Howdy doody, and welcome back to another episode of working on the old Nissan. This isn't a Nissan, but we'll get to that in the next video when we talk about why the Nissan is not in the garage. But in this video, we are going to go over just some random things, just totally random things. And mainly it's all just Terminator X stuff and kind of why this car sucks. So here it is.
Alright, so how to be a hot boy 101. Basically go to this table and then you just highlight all this, give it no timing, and then you go into your fuel table and then you just richen it up way too much, and then you can shoot hot boy flames. But don't do that because it's really bad for your engine. But I finally figured out how to get everything to work in here. Terminator is really dumb apparently, and I couldn't get the speed sensor to work because you literally have to go in and select a speed sensor. Isn't that what it is? Is a speed sensor? Why do you have to set that up to begin with? That's so dumb. But if we turn the, actually, we're gonna load our normal non-hot boy tune back on here. All right, so key back on here. Send to ECU. And we're gonna go into file, open global file, current, open. Nope, we don't want to save the hot boy tune. Okay, now, yep, our feeling's back to normal. Or timing, I should say. And feeling is back to normal, so yeah. Okay, I've kind of gotten somewhere. And I've also gotten to the point where I'm starting to, I wouldn't say hate Terminator, but you definitely get what you pay for. I've paid $900. It's a $900 standalone unit. The frustrating thing is I can't figure out how to make launch control speed based. So I finally got my speed working. I had to clean up the wiring, but it's set up to work. And as I'm saying this, I realize I have to hook up my lockout the way I had it before, because I tried to change how the lockout worked. And so basically the functions for inputs and outputs are here. You map them out and make them do what you want. So like I configured the speed. That's my speed settings for the TIC performance in the TR6060. And after you have your inputs and outputs set up, you go back into your pin map. Okay, there we go. So basically you go into here and your inputs and outputs will be up here, and then you drag them down. So like I can't because the key is on and it's connected. Basically you just drag these down, drag them to the wherever it's pinned on that sensor down there, for your inputs and outputs. And yeah, that's the gist of it. But you would think it would be a simple, go in, config your output for like reverse lockout. Actually, you'd think it'd even be simpler than that. You go into your fueling, you go into, actually, sorry, I'm wrong. There's so many tables. You have to get used to all the tables in here. Basically, you'd go into your Rev Limiter table, go in, enable, and then you have to go down to your inputs. I think this is, no, that's not the right one. Again, there's so many different tables you have to get to. And if you know Terminator, you're probably listening to me and being like, you don't know what you're doing. And it's true, it's probably true. Again, I can't find this stupid input and output for the, I think it's in this. I can't freaking remember. Nope. We'll go offline. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So yeah, you have to go into which one am I under? however I got to that point. If you were following along, it's easier for you to figure out how I got here than me explain it. This should be input type. You should be able to click it, and it should be speed based. Is my understanding of how this should work. I've messed with Haltech, I've messed with AEM, I've messed with Hondata that the S2000 is on. And all of those, it's just as simple like, I want my Rev Limiter one to be set at this RPM and shut off at this speed. And for some reason, Terminator, like, I'm not a software guy. I don't understand why this doesn't work, but apparently it doesn't work. So, yeah, I have no idea. I'm just gonna shut it off because obviously it doesn't work. Rev limiters, we're just gonna turn this off because it doesn't work. And then if I click that, it's gonna, so if I click this and go into my IOs, or actually my pin map, that's gonna be in there. And I can click and drag it and put it in here, and it's not gonna do anything. So I can click and drag it, and then I can take one of these wires and hook it up to, say, the clutch switch, which I don't have a clutch switch in this car. I could hook it up to the handbrake, which the handbrake isn't hooked up to anything. I can hook it up to other things and signal it to do launch control, but I shouldn't have to do that. Like, it should be way simpler than this. I should be able to just tell it the speed I want it to shut off at. I don't get it. I'm not super smart with this kind of stuff, but everything else I've messed with, it's very simple to just be like, boop, this is what I want it to do. And this is not. I struggled all day. I looked on forums. I went on the Facebook forum. Couldn't figure it out. So if you guys know how to do this, please comment below how the heck you do launch control speed-based with just a regular Terminator. This isn't the Max, it's just the Terminator X, because I have a manual trans, so I don't need trans control. But to me, it's like the stupidest thing ever that does not work. I don't get it. But I'll show you speed works now. Actually, let me hook up the reverse lockout so I can show you that works with speed. Okay, I'll show you all of this working now. So I just went in, configured my reverse lockout. Basically, you just go off of a center trigger. I have it off of speed based. You can pretty much do it off anything. I had it off of RPM before, and I just basically had it set below a speed that you just want to accidentally get it into fifth, and then set it below 5 miles an hour. If we start it up, we'll see things work now. I really need to, start it first try. Yeah, so if I put it in gear, have it jacked up, put it in gear, let it out, there we go. We have speeds working, wheels are spinning. Yeah, everything is working now. And so right now we're going 6 miles an hour. I can't get it in reverse, and then actually it slowed down so fast I was able to get in reverse. So that's reverse, and if we put it in gear, watch that go up. Can't get in reverse, slows down, hit the brakes, and now I can get it into reverse. So hopefully that helps you guys out. The Terminators are great. I mean, for what you're paying for, it's all right. But for me, I think I'd probably go with Haltech if I did this all again. Which leads me to my next big bad news kind of thing. So I've made the decision, and if you're on the Z pages, you've probably seen this car for sale. And that's because, no, we're not, I'm gonna cut you off there, me, you, yeah. And we're gonna make another video about the next part I was going to talk about, and we'll probably include that in the next video. Kind of a doozy, and I'm sorry, not sorry, kind of alluding to things, but it's a video I've wanted to make for a while on just project cars in general, cost, time, personal motivation, that kind of thing. It's the part of owning a project car that people don't think about. They don't, they see the side of
the fun side, the good side. And that's what you should see, obviously. But it's getting into the car and all the other things related to having a project car. Yeah, that'll be the next video. I will talk about the Z, where it's at, what's going on, why I'm being so evasive with my comments right now. But hope you guys learned something from this video. I really hope you've learned something from all the videos that I've done, because otherwise they are a gigantic, huge waste of time. I do it for fun, for you guys. So if you appreciate what I do, tell me, god dang it, because sometimes we need a little praise every now and then. All right, we'll see you guys later.